Hello. So this is how my home lab currently looks like, or where it sits in. So I don't have much space here, even though I plan to transfer this assembly to a Jonsbo and 2, which will be a bit wider. I think it's about this much, so I have to reassemble stuff. Anyway, this is the switch for my ISP. So it's slash modem router, whatever. Then this is my switch for my home network. UPS for both, one for each, of course. And they are all connected here, everything. So that includes my home lab and my two UPS. One is connected to an assembly out there in a Gunpla here. So anyway, speaking of my home lab, so I'm currently happy how it performs. However, when I connected the Minecraft server or built a Minecraft server inside of this, it can't handle it the way I'm comfortable. So while it runs just fine when there's one player like me, I haven't tried actually two players at the same time. But even with just one connection, it goes 100% with 4 cores, and it goes like 80. Given that this is a low power system, only 4 cores and 1 thread each, 80 is a bit, I'm uncomfy with that. Again, this is a low power system. It's a NAS motherboard, so it should be low power. And I shouldn't expect that much given the Minecraft server I tried to up is 80M10, which has a lot. Its recommended RAM is actually 8 gig. I don't have problems with that. I have 64 gigs of RAM, but still, right? So, two considerations here is either one, have a dedicated home lab for just the game servers, and this will just run as my image server, media server, and also backup, and also NAS. So, just files thing. So, and this motherboard is capable of doing that, and this is what it's supposed to do, so it should be fine. But that's something that I have to decide along the way. But for now, I will do whatever I can. So I've read somewhere that because I want to replace the default CPU fan of this, and no one is able to do it because it doesn't have an IHS, therefore the height is different. So it will be a direct die contact as far as I'm concerned. So what they did is instead replacing or adding like dampening material to the screw points so that it doesn't get as loud, and changing the thermal paste. And when they change the thermal paste, it's around 20 degrees, almost delta, which is way too big. So I really question what paste they used. So in today's video, I will be transferring this from here to my Jonsbo N2. Yay. So it came. So my plan is really to have the Jonsbo N2 as phase 2. However, given that I'm uncomfy, again, this is running 80 with having two 120mm fans here. So that's a bit hot, so I'll change that. So for now, I will do a quick unboxing on what's literally inside the box of the Jonsbo N2 package that I have here. I have here a box. Yeah, so this contains the brackets for the hard disks, so you can actually pull them out. But based on the reviews I've seen, this is pretty meh. It doesn't scream stability. So something that, yeah, people don't like, and I've searched if they have any custom third-party stuff that you can use for the Jonsbo N2, but found nothing. I guess this is fine. You don't really insert and take out the hard disks often in this system anyway, so I think it's fine. I got instructions manual here. Now this is tricky to shoot because, okay, you know, I put out the frame. You see this first. Okay. This is the case. This is a bit heavier than I thought. So this is the case, upside down. So this is the bottom part. So take that out. Pretty heavy. Definitely way heavier than my ITX build here. Well, this is heavier without the assembly. This is heavier because it has an assembly inside, but pretty sure this one will be, Jonsbo at least, is heavier. So the front thing that I won't be able to use. This is the caddy. Can I call it a caddy? Anyway, this is where you put your hard disks as hot swap. And this is the Allen screw that you can use to open it up, the top, which we should do probably. Okay, let's take this out. So this is how it looks like. Oh, it took me a while, but it's pointless. So another thing I've noticed with this case is, I forgot to mention earlier, is that if you want to take this out at the front, it does have this tab that you can pull and will just go out. I thought at the beginning that this is not magnetic because when I put it initially back, well, if it aligns, it will just snap in. But if it's just a bit misaligned, it doesn't feel that the magnets are working because it doesn't have much resistance. Unless, yes, they're perfectly aligned, it will just snap in. But otherwise, yeah, like this, it doesn't pull in. Then, oh, is this really magnetic? But yeah, once aligned, it will just snap straight in. Another thing is that this, okay, I already took out the 2 thumb screws, and these are legit thumb screws. And when I say legit thumb screws, you actually, it can be taken out using your thumb or like your fingers, right? Most, especially NZXT thumb screws, just initially, can't be taken out using your thumb. It requires more strength. Well, eventually it will just loosen up and you can take it out using your fingers, but initially it will be hard, and I consider myself above average in terms of like grip strength. So for many people, they almost always ask me to open up things for them, and even I have difficulty opening it up, so it probably is worse for some. But anyway, this is perfectly fine. I think anyone can open these up. So if you take out the thumb screws, then you will be treated with this fan. The unfortunate thing, however, is that, okay, in the past, I think I've seen that they don't have this panel here. So they buy custom stuff here. Though I think I might change this because this has less porosity than the fan grills that I have there. And also I will replace this whole fan. I don't like this. So for now, I will just review this or like go with this one simply because can you actually fit a full fan there? Yeah, you can actually fit it in here and it will just be fine. Right? Okay. Anyway, I don't know if I want to try a fully fledged 120mm fan. And regardless, I don't have a silent fan that I am comfortable in using anyway. So this will just be here for now, and I will use it. So that's it for the initial. case inspection. So let's head to the assembly. So another thing I forgot to mention is that I will be utilizing this smart plug. Now, I won't be utilizing its smart features in the sense that I want this to be scheduled when it's turned on or off. But I just want to use the power monitor that this one has, so I can monitor how much power consumption this Homelab has, and also including the assembly in that plug that you've seen earlier. So that includes my switch for the ISP and switch for the home network. Okay, so for now, I'll try to change the thermal paste. So let me take these out. So yeah, it's just a small chip with tons of paste. So, okay, let me remove the fans first. I want to clean this up first. And let us actually try to zoom in. There we go. So, I'll take these out first in a sense of no alcohol. Wow, it's... Oh, 2 dice. Is it because the other one is the video card or the iGPU? Probably. Oh, cotton. Now let's add some. Okay, actually I can use this for this because it's just this. Then we add 99% IPA. I doesn't. Okay, I've actually tried non 99% IPAs. At least for removing thermal paste, and they're fine. I just happen to have 99% IPA when I'm cleaning PCBs for keyboards. So when I'm trying to solder some stuff, then I for sure will only clean using 99% IPA. Okay? Okay. I think that's cool. I don't know if you can see, but there is a cotton there. So any fiber, you should remove it. It should be as reflective as you can, making sure nothing is there. And then for this one, very important, if it's a direct die, which is like this, you should actually try to cover everything, because if you don't, you're effed. Even a small spot that's not covered by the thermal paste, you can destroy everything. So that's what. But you know, I also need a spreader just in case. To be honest, if it's this small, I don't need a spreader, but I just want to make sure that I cover everything. So this is my spreader. Actually, this is a spreader for glue for fixing shoes, but I use this anyway because why not? It can do the same. So when I watched a tutorial on how to spread stuff, you usually put this on one side and then spread away like that. I have to make sure that I cover everything. Okay, there in the corner there is something that's not covered. It's fine. Now there are extras. You don't need to remove them. I usually do, but since this is way too small, I won't even bother. Okay, just one side, then spread it across. Okay, okay, let me use the other side instead. Okay, there are things that I haven't covered. Okay, that should be fine. Yeah. Again, you don't need to cover everything. I mean, You don't need to remove the extra or the excess at the side. I highly am against removing extras at the top or the excess. At the side, it's fine. For this one, okay, I think I have a corner that yeah, there is a corner here that I haven't covered. Yeah, it should be fine. Connect these. You know, that's the thing, right? These are 4 pins, but they give you this. Weird, weird, weird. Are there any? Yeah, the thing is, what they have here is a 3 pin, but they give you for this 4 pin. I don't know. I'm confused, but and this is a bit slanted, I think. I don't know, or is it just me? Okay, that's it for the thermal paste replacement. So let's try to put in the motherboard now. Though I have questions about this, but let's see. So again, the front mat. Okay, I won't be able to use this for now. For now, I should utilize this, but I can't, unfortunately. So I'm tucking this in inside for now. Okay, I know where to put it, but take that aside. I don't even have an HD audio, so 2 things I can choose. So let me grab my adapter. So stuck this in and put this in my USB 2. It's supposed to be here. Okay. I think I might tuck this here at the side later on. But for now, I'll just have it there. Besides that, need the power supply, actually. So let me take this out as well. Yeah, I'm putting it here just so it's out of the way. Where's our motherboard? Okay, this one. So I can tuck it in here and then populate just one. Then yeah, onto the side and here as well. Okay. To be honest, I want to clear the way for my CPU fan there, but I don't know where to tuck this in. This is when something like a zip tie is useful because this won't be able to hold. I know that. Okay, so I found my zip ties. So I just need to zip tie this because it's quite big. I won't use them. I'm not worried about my NVMe there overheating. It won't. It's a Gen 3 drive. It's where the OS is. Only Gen 4 drives gets a bit hot, and definitely Gen 5 gets super hot. So I'm not worried about this one. I can't make it pretty, unfortunately. So for now, I'll tuck them in here. For this one, I can actually use another zip tie just so they're organized. Yeah, true that it sucks that I can only utilize one of the front panel. Actually, two, the power, both the power and the the USB, not the USB-C, but what can I do? It's the way it is. Actually, it's pretty easy because you don't have GPU, so any problems? Okay, what's that sound? It doesn't strike confidence to me. Okay, anyway, let us close this up. Now, as for this, I think this is, it doesn't matter what orientation it is. Okay, so even if you put it somewhere, should be fine for as long as you lug it in. Now, okay, let me attach this first. USB-C. Just so in the future, I don't have to find one. Though I actually bought a lot of this just so. Yeah. Put this Allen key. Then finally, after disconnecting the fan at the back, this is how quiet it is. Again, it's running almost passively in my opinion because it doesn't have any active cooling except for the CPU itself. So for the rest in the assembly, they're not cooled. So that's one. But it's staying relatively quiet right now. And I think that's a good sign. I think it's connected to the internet. So let me check if it's up. 192.168.1.102 for Proxmox. Yeah, it is. Okay. Unsafe. But it's safe. So yeah, it's done.